The American dream is becoming a nightmare. It seems as if the rich are getting richer and the middle class is slipping further and further out of the grips of most Americans. There are a small group of people who know exactly why this is happening, and they're called economists. Let's explore a brief journey into the problem and the only solution available besides a mass exodus from America. Please welcome our next speaker, JaMarr John Johnson, and his speech titled No Retreat and Full Surrender.
So who here knows what the eighth wonder of the world is? Raise your hand if you got an idea. No. Albert Einstein once said that the eighth wonder of the world is compound interest. I've come to learn that interest is a very interesting thing. It either works for you or it works against you. There is no neutral. So I've been working in the financial service industry for about 5 years now. I started on the accounting side of my degrees in accounting. I worked on the sales and marketing side for a cloud-based accounting firm. And because of some of the problems that I witnessed that business owners were suffering with taxes, I decided that I could do a lot more service for others as well as build my own business in the financial service industry. So, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests, tonight I'm going to talk to you about a problem that everyone has to encounter at some point. Now, the previous speaker, Mr. Don Ashley, talked about death, the circle of life. And there are only two things guaranteed in America. Who can tell me what they are?
Death and taxes.
Death and taxes. Well, sort of. We all know that death is absolutely guaranteed. But taxes? With the right accounting, with the right process, with the right strategies, taxes are very avoidable, as our 45th president has just demonstrated. So real quick, by show of hands, who's familiar with the power of 72? One person, and he went to community college. Anybody else? So all of you spent thousands of dollars to go to a top-notch university, and you don't know what the power of 72 is. And that is one of the fundamental problems in America. So the rule of 72 is very simple. Let's say, for example, you had an investment, Kenneth, and that investment was going to yield you a 10% a year return on your money. If you put $100,000 in, every year you would make an additional $10,000, right? Very simple. The rule of 72 simply states that you can take that 10% return, divide 72 by it, and that will tell you how many years it would take for your money to double. In that particular case, 10%, 72, 7.2 years. So what that would mean is in 7.2 years, that $100,000 investment would now be worth $200,000, right? So that's interest. Now, we use various forms of investments. Who here has a checking account by show of hand? Everyone has a checking account. How much interest does the bank give you for using that checking account? Can anybody tell me annually? Zero. Well, 1%. If you're really lucky,
0.01.
if you're really lucky, 1.24, right? If you keep your money in there a certain amount of time and don't spend it. So banks aren't necessarily on our side. But what if there was a way for you to become your own banker? Has anyone ever heard of a book? I actually brought a few props. One book is here. It's called Becoming Your Own Banker, the 5th edition. Feel free to pass it around if anyone is interested in just taking a look at the cover. So we talked about the circle of life. We talked about the two things that are guaranteed, death and taxes. Well, there is a little known vehicle that allows you to create tax-free income and also protects your legacy in terms of when you die. And it's a little thing called life insurance. Now, life insurance has been around since the 1700s. It started out simply as a way to protect orphans and widowed women because they had no way to generate income. Back in those days, women had no rights to estates, they had no rights to income, so life insurance was created by the church to protect families that were suffered a loss. Nowadays, Fortune 500 companies use life insurance on key employees every single day, not just for the benefit of those key employees, but for the benefit of their own accounts. Now, this is a little known secret. Actually, it's really known for people who typically work in tax accounting. They get to count those assets on their books as the most incredible way to hide money, because what they can actually do is borrow money from those accounts in a tax-free way for capital improvements, to bonus out executives. Now, we all know that we had some recent crashes in the stock market, in the housing market, and when you look at those crashes, did anyone stop to wonder why after those crashes, executives, CEOs were still getting 20, 30% bonuses when those companies, especially banks, apparently needed help being bailed out by our tax dollars? So what I want you to think about as I wrap up here in a couple of minutes, we have one of the lowest tax environments of our time as Americans. If you look at the actual effective tax rate, it's around 40% for those who make decent incomes, middle class incomes. But for those who make less than high middle class incomes, they're looking at between 10 and 20%. So it's the lowest it's ever been. But when you look at how to plan for retirement, for example, we all know something called Social Security, right? Who here, but a show of hands, is a W-2 employee? Right? Do you ever notice on your check there's always something called FICA and Social Security? There's all these things being taken out. So you're paying into Social Security whether you like it or not. But based on data I've researched from seniorcare.com and other books like Red House of Wealth that are listed there in the Bachelor of Economics, what we actually see is that by the year 2030, there will be a shortfall of about 30% in Social Security. So that's money you're paying in that won't be available for you sometime in the near future. And with wages going down, with the gig economy ever increasing, where are these tax revenues going to come from to take care of those people who their only plan is for Social Security to be there to support them? So one of the things I want to encourage you to do is really do some more research. Whether you work with a financial professional you know, myself tonight, I'm more than welcome to answer any of your questions. I encourage you to ask the financial professional that you're already working with how to create your own bank, how to minimize taxes in retirement, how to make sure that the legacy is passed down so that the children that you have know how to use these tools and instruments, because for the last 200 years, this is what the 1% has been using to avoid the impending crashes and the impending doom. So before I go, I'll leave you with one last note. That my father passed away when I was 9 years old. We didn't have life insurance, so I know what it's like to grow up with too much a month and not enough money. My question for you is, what kind of legacy do you want to leave for your children and for your retirement? Thank you.